this is a movie that has a lot about fathers. Leo, I was wondering, like, when you were growing up and you're moving into movies, was your dad's kind of career as an underground cartoonist, was that something that inspired your creativity or shaped kind of the way that you moved in the world?
Absolutely. And he continues to do so. My father, is kind of the ultimate source of wisdom for me, and not just his intelligence, but his perception and his ability to look at a certain subject matter through different lenses. And I oftentimes still read scripts with him and ask him his thoughts because he's got such a unique perspective. But he really was a great motivator for me when I was young, an actor. I started to try to get, an agent when I was 10 or 11 or 12 years old, and I remember I was a break dancer, and I had a messed up haircut, and all the agents rejected me, and that reinforcement of, you're gonna have your time, and also the guidance of, this is what real filmmaking is, taking me to see actors and films and saying, this is what the art form is all about, and those are great actors, watch this stuff. So I can't say enough about how much he's influenced what I've done.
I love that. Benicio, in a movie like this that has a lot of concepts around what's inside the law, what's outside the law, I was wondering, do you look at a movie like this and think about the fact your parents were lawyers? Like, is that something that kind of shaped how you look?
I think so. I think my dad was a criminal lawyer, my mom as well. I think they were actors in a way. You have to convince people. You have to convince people. So, yeah. Plus, I had to do a lot of driving, and my dad had these big boats, cars that so I would sneak out and take the car, and you better not put a scratch on that car. So that was like that was what I was joking to you. I can park an American big boat like
right?
this
I was going to say, I've heard that you're very good at parking on set.
Yeah. I can park a car. That's my claim to fame. But yes, it's because I learned from, my dad was a great driver. My dad really could park an 18-wheeler right there. Yes.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
Hello. Great to see you all today. I love the movie.
Thank you.
Thought it was incredibly funny and sad and complicated and amazing. This is a movie that centers around intergenerational Black female leadership of a revolution. So that's not something we get to see very much. Starting with you, Teyana, could you talk a little bit about preparing for this role?
It was a journey, and what I did was dive into the things that I can relate to, so things that we see in Perfidia that we don't agree with, but, things that we can agree with is that she's a badass. And, I seen this woman be in survival mode, and I've been in that place before, so that was the main thing. I know the feeling of feeling like, listen, I'm all I got. And that was Perfidia. I also loved preparing for the fact that, Paul had shed light on postpartum depression. Every mother experienced something differently, but I love that he shed light on that, and I wanted to make sure that I really dived into that, and he really gave me the freedom to play and do that. So it was really amazing preparing for this because I've seen so much of myself in her.
Say it. Say it, baby.
Love you, Bob.
Love you too.
You're preparing for a movie about a mom who you never even get to meet in the movie. So what was it like for you getting to kind of connect with, baby Charlene / Willa and working out what that looks like, navigating the world, but her mom is such a big presence, even if she's not on screen with you.
While we were shooting, and even before we started shooting, I didn't meet Teyana until further down the line. So when I started to actually build Willa's character, all that I was hearing was stories about her and chatter about her from Paul and from Leo, even though I'm a bit upset I didn't get to meet you for a long time. It really helped hone into the character because I didn't know her, but I'd heard all these wonderful things about her, all of these stories from other people that I was interacting with on set that really helped me drop down into that.
And finally, Regina, what was it like for you to kind of be the connection between those two worlds and those two women?
Deandra does love Perfidia, and they fought a long fight together, and they believed in the same things. And maybe she knows that, you know, somewhere she went a little left. Life happens, and she does understand what she did, but there is this child. There's a scene that's not in the movie where she's actually the one that calls me and says, in code word, take care of those baby socks for me. And then I say, I promise. And then it cuts from that scene to Deandra at the house packing. Like, you gotta go, it's time to go. So when she comes back to get Willa, you know, it's full circle for their friendship and for the love of the child.